to about right here, all the walls of the room. And every time she'd go into her room or into the bedroom, she would le daba caricias a una de las tarjetas that she had. And I had all those. I collected all those cards, and I brought some to you guys that you all had sent her. But in those, I found this one, and it says, she wrote it on December 25th, 1994. It says, Mi Señor Jesús, te ruego todos los días de mi vida que salves hasta el último de mis hijos y sus hijos, mis nietos. Por favor, mi Señor, Norma, Carla, Casey, Eloise, Iván, Debbie, Carlo, Chris, Eduardo, Linda, Mark, Melissa. You probably can read her handwriting better than I can. Davidito, Janice, Selena, Gabriel, Sarita, Seth. Por todos, mi Dios, apiádate de ellos con tu grande misericordia. A cada día yo los encomiendo a tus manos, que me los guardes con tu que me los cubras con tu sangre preciosa de todos los peligros. Amén. Por favor, mi Señor, su abuelita nena. This was her Christmas gift to all of you.
Praise God.
That's what she prayed for everybody all the time.
God wish.
I found this little card and I thought, where were you December the 25th, 1994? But this was her. This was her. She named everybody of the ones that she knew about, and it was just. So one day when I was working on this, in her Bible there was a little note written on a Big Lots Post-it note. It was a Big Lot Post-it note, and with her handwriting, she wrote on both sides, "Ser feliz es ver a quien tú quieres feliz." And that right there described my mom to the T. I remember one day when she was really sick, they had taken the stones that were in her kidneys that were really bothering her, and they intubated her. And they had a tube because she wasn't coming out of the anesthesia. They had a tube down her throat, and they had her hands tied. And in the room where I was at, I wasn't in her room because they wouldn't let me go. I was in another room, and it was freezing in that room. I was like freezing. And I walked into her room when they let me in, and she was awake, but her hands were tied. And she kept going like this. I was just shaking, trying to talk to her. Y me hacía, I said, Mami, ¿qué tienes? ¿Tienes frío? ¿Tienes calor? ¿Tienes frío? And she'd go like that. She wanted me to take her blanket so that I wouldn't be cold. That was my mama. That was her. Ser feliz es ver a quien tú quieres feliz. And I think all of us could say a story about that. About what she did in our lives so that we could be happy, so that she could be happy. So if y'all want to share something about her, go ahead. And her "I love you very much" was something that she always said.
The one thing I have to say, she gave me character. She gave me character. That's me. I mean, honest. People think I'm dishonest, but looks are deceiving. But she put in me something that you came by with money. You know, I was with Mom for a long time, I guess 21 years of my life. And she was Mom. She was dead also. And she was so proud of us.
Oh, yes, she was.
Oh, yeah. She said there's nobody more handsome than my kids. You know. And of course, you know, every possum says something about his little possums. But she made us feel wanted, because I remember every time we would go somewhere and people say, "Oh, qué bueno es Poche," and my mom would say, "Nah, tiene la música por dentro." You know, they always say those things, you know, but there's a lot of things that my mom used to, you know, sayings that are in my mind, you know. Cuidado, mijo, cuidado, porque te puede pasar algo con esa gente. No, mom, no tengas cuidado. Mi hijo, en la casa del jabonero, el que no cae resbala. I always those words, like she was very, she had no schooling at all, but she knew how to write, she knew how to speak English, she knew how to speak Spanish.
That's
So,
right.
as mom, and I know I broke her heart a lot of times, but God forgave me for that, because we all make mistakes in life. But I'm sorry, mom, that sometimes I was not there for you. So how can I say? She's my mom,
Man.
She's my mom. I mean,
You know,
making me tortillas the way that I wanted them. I wanted them tostadas. I wanted brown on both sides. She would do everything for me. I nothing to. She never got mad at me. Never got mad at me. I mean, I never saw mom angry with anybody. Never talking about anybody. I mean, that's mom. And I guess I get a little bit of her. That somebody wants to discuss somebody. Hey, don't discuss people with me. I don't have time for that stuff. So. She's in me and I'm in her. That's the way it is.
right.
I got her genes in my blood. So I appreciate you, mom, for everything you did for me.
And how many knew her name was Rosa?
Rosa, yeah.
I always thought it was Aurora
I always
Yeah.
thought Rosa was her middle name.
Yeah,
Aurora Rosa.
that's me.
until we
me
got to
too.
California.
Rosa Aurora Flores.
You changed it.
I didn't change it. Social Security changed it.
Yeah, I know them people that Armenian people. They like that name, Rosa.
Oh.
Because it's in Italy, and it's in Albania also. Rosa.
Yeah. When Dad's kids talked to me in the very, very beginning when I went there, one thing that Linda told me, that Mom had our pictures all in her house. She had all our pictures on her walls. And every time she'd pass by a picture, ay, mi niño qué hermoso.
Oh yeah.
Ay, chiquitito. She would le hacía cariños a todos los retratos.
And,
And she said, Nena,
that's right.
I
someone
walk
said that.
in there and you just talk to those pictures like they were here.
Yeah.
She goes, and all we ever got from our dad, your dad,
Yeah.
was hey, quítate de aquí, muchacho, on the head.
Vámonos.
She goes, and you've taught me how to love my kids. That's what that little old lady did without a microphone.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
taught people how to love their kids. So you guys, you got cariños from her all the time. Alicia.
I want to first, this beautiful day, acknowledge and thank Daniel and Ivan
Yes.
for doing a wonderful
Oh yeah.
deal here.
Beautiful.
And Ivan chooses to come about 2 a.m. when we hit the canicula. And she watered this grave for just the rest of my mother because Mama is somewhere in heaven. And I thank the good Lord that I had a good mother with good structures
Right.
and with good morals. She had no education, but she taught us how to respect
Amen.
and how to keep our hands to ourselves and never take what was not ours, because that was a no-no in the book. And if we were her children, we should respect her reputation, and I love it because, I love my mama because I stayed a very long time with her, almost 19 years. Everybody else married, and then I stayed with mama and gave her a lot of long-term suffering, physically speaking, emotionally. When I got married, I found out what would emotionally been doing to my mama all these years. But she was a woman of boots. They don't match your boots, but mama had boots that led her everywhere. She found room where there was no room. She could do things because she was a woman of prayer too in her silence. And I love her for all the good things that she taught me. I have plenty of letters of hers because when she moved to California, James was a baby and she had to send $5. She thought she had to send because James was an Afro-American and Afro-Americans like fried chicken. That's what she said. So, that was James. So James would get 2-3 meals without $5 back then. And I praise the Lord, my mother was not just intelligent in that, she was a long-term suffering woman, and she knew how to save in the midst of all kinds of depression. And I learned a lot of my mama, and because I listened to her, and I respected her, and I don't think that, but one day I was late 15 minutes, and that's when she struck me with a little mosquito, little varita, and they're green, and Olivia had caught it. So, I mean, that's the only time I said, I told you, don't stay at the pastor's house because he's got to have dinner, and he's got a duty to fulfill. And so I never again remember ever making Mama angry about me because I didn't have time to do that. And I thank God because she invested that in us as we were growing up very young. And I pray God for our generation and for my mama. I pray God that I was her daughter. I praise the Lord for my siblings that was coming out of their mama's womb. And there's not a day that mother would not be happy if we don't pray for one another. And I just love the Lord because I was very fortunate and lucky. And I appreciate what the Lord allowed me to do is be my mama's daughter. Because she would call me mi muchachita. Or if you would read about 8 letters that I have in there, mi muchachita. So you know what, when we come to Christ, we're his siblings, his babies. Calls us, I think Jesus also calls me my muchachita. As they end forever, we will be that. And to mother, even though we were married and had children, still the letters were endorsed to mi muchachita. Estoy aquí hablándote con mucho amor y mucho cariño. Love was in her lips, Mama. If Mama would have had at least a 7th grade education, Mama would have been a storm, maybe a different person. But she was what the Lord wanted her to be, and she molded a lot of Christianities there in the church that we attended, that we grew up. And I thank the Lord for that. And I thank for each one of us for this family memorial that we're having in here. It's beautiful, and I love it. And that's one thing she always said. I'll never forget. Adan here wanted to throw me out the ottoman because we lived in the little house on the Perry, and Adan was the one who made this come about because says, Mamá, dile que se quite, porque ya se sentó, yo estaba aquí sentada, pero me levanté para ir a la cocina. Dice, y aquí está Alicia sentada, dile que me lo dé. Y me acuerdo que mamá puso la mano así y le dijo, muchachitos, así no se van a recordar de mí. El día que esta vieja se muera, así no se van a portar. So that means she wanted peace within everybody.
That's right.
And that was her biggest wish that I, now, as I grew older, her biggest wish that she wanted for all of us. So, thank you. Bless
How
you.
many here got hamburger money? She'd always come. She'd always come and say,
No le digas a
Para
Pochi.
hamburger.
"Pa' que
No
te
le
comas
digas a
tu
Pochi.
hamburger", y le ponía un
Oh
$5
yeah,
bill.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Especially me.
I know that one.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy fue cuando estaba medio malancón.
I know that one.
Well, I tell my kids all the time, I tell my girls, I said, Kayla loves to watch Hallmark movies. And, you know, there's always the grandma in the Hallmark movies, and always the perfect grandma. And I tell Kayla, I said, you may not believe this. I said, but what you see in that Hallmark movies, because she loves Christmas Hallmark movies, I said, Grandma was just like that. I said she was perfect. She had the perfect grandma shape, the perfect grandma fat fingers.
Oh,
I said her tortillas were always nice and fluffy, and I'll never forget. Nobody likes spaghetti. She likes spaghetti, so, mija, hice spaghetti, vente. Y I me, Mom, I want to get spaghetti, grandmas. And I would run, and she'd have me my bowl of spaghetti because she knew nobody liked it, just me and her. And I have so many fond memories of Momo, and I tell my girls on a daily basis, she was the perfect grandma. There was no flaws in her. I don't remember ever, she'd save me a lot from Alice all the time. And I remember I would tell her, Momo, mami va para la church y yo no quiero ir. Yo me encargo de tu mamá.
Desde chiquita.
And so, déjamela, Alicia, déjamela. And like clockwork, it was Dallas. We would watch Dallas, and she'd give us my tray of food or whatever, her tray and her recliner. And I remember it was like a rose color sofa, and it kind of went like this, and she'd sit there with her tray, and she'd give me my tray. And she'd turn on the TV, and we were watching Dallas and Starkey. What's her favorite? But I remember her just loving me unconditionally, and I'd come here to water, and I'll sit there on the ground, and I tell her, I wish my kids would have really known you like I knew you. I wish they had a part. And then all of a sudden it's like she's telling me, mija, pero tienes mis recuerdos, mijita, Ivancita. And so I have those wonderful memories, and I am grateful to God, and I feel terribly that I wish that she would have been here for my kids, but then the sense of peace to tell my kids about all this is enough. And I thank God that He gave me a wonderful grandma, beautiful, and I loved her hands. And actually, I have a picture of her hands on my ottoman in my house. And if y'all notice Hannah's hands in a little while, she has grandma's same chubby sausage fingers. And sometimes I look at Hannah and I'm like, oh, my momo. And like I said, I mean, from making dinner for me, and only me, because I felt special because it was only me. And having her same birthday, I felt even more privileged because we had the same birthday.
Uh-oh.
And I loved her for everything that she was. And I still love her for everything she was. And then when I come in water, I say, Mami, Grandma, ¿cómo está el señor Lopez y el señor Graciani? ¿Andan bien? And I put water on her, and I put Mr. Graciani and Mr. Lopez here, the neighbors. I said, and then this morning we were here, and I was putting mulch, and I was like, como, a rato van a venir todos sus babies y van a estar aquí con flores y qué sé yo. So se pone lipstick y se pone bonita porque vamos a venir a verla en un ratito. Ya le eché agua a Mr. Lopez y Mr. Graciani, y ya les dije que aquí vamos a estar un rato.
Que no están haciendo
Her neighbors.
cenitas.
So, but I do enjoy coming here, and I enjoy just being here with her. And like I said, I feel very blessed that I had the most wonderful grandma anybody could have ever asked.
Well, all I have to say is that we all, even having Uncle Poch's grandkids here, and I'm sure they say, no, my grandpa, my grandma were the best. But your great grandma was the best. She was. I never saw her upset.
Never.
Never. Even as a kid, even when Marlon was going, ¿por qué no puedo ir? ¿Y por qué no puedo ir? And she's like, ¿por qué no? Just real calm. And sometimes I wish I had that calmness when it comes to my child. But living a block away from my grandma was the best. There was times where she didn't have a washing machine or a dryer. She'd go, Wisi, vamos a ir a lavar. And I'm like, it's boring. There's three viejitos there. I said, okay, Momo, I voy. And she goes, acaba, acuérdate, ahí está el fan. The fun spot was right there. So she'd give me a 25 cents, 50 cents, and that was worth it. Sitting there helping her fold laundry. That was her thing. She didn't want to go by herself. And those are the moments that we had our conversations. And I remember sometimes walking from school, I was walking real slow because I didn't want to get home. And she was underneath the tree with Olivia, and she's, ¿por qué vas tan despacito, Wisi? And I said, well, you got me pork hearts today. Dijo, ay, mija. And I said, yeah, they're not too good, Momo. ¿Me puedo quedar? Dijo, pues ya ves, chongos, ahorita vas a ver dónde estás. Dijo, a ver, no creo que te vaya tan mal. Well, it did. I had some bad grades. But she would do anything for her grandkids to be safe.
Sounds like my grandma.
You see? Yeah, grandmas do that kind of stuff.
Grandma's exactly like that.
But, she was an awesome lady. The people, to us, the grandkids, it's like there is no other, And I know it's a sad, happy occasion being here. And it's good all the families together, And we all love each other because of Grandma.
Yeah.
And so I just want to say that I can't wait to go and meet her again.
Some of her descendants, some ancestors, when I was Alfonso the Wise, Alfonso the X, this guy, he wrote a Bible called Alphonsine tablets. One of the first ones in Spain. Another one was William of Burgundy from France. Of course, Fernando V. He was Isabella's husband who financed the trip, the voyage to America. So my mama and we are ancestors, descendants of these guys, Queen of Aragon, o mi tienda, Queen of Castilla, Beatriz, Alfonso the First, El Cid, that's another one right there, Alfonso the Third, Enrique, King of Castilla and Leon, of course, Gonzalo Gonzalez, where we come from, you know, so we are related, really, you know, and another one is Count Fernando Gonzalez, and on and on. I just put something in here that to let you know, guys, that we got royalty in us, you know, like, I mean, thank God for that, and of course, we were the descendants of Roderick, the last Visigothic king of Spain. It was German, so that makes us a little bit different, you know, from most of the people. A lot of Germanic blood in us. You know, you can spot a Hispanic Espina with a lot of Indian blood. You can see the facial features of Olera, you know, and oh well, I thank God for that, you know, because it took me about 20 years to do this stuff here, you know.
Wow.
And I'm not finished yet, you know, but one of these days I'm going to finish, yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And my grandpa, of course, my grandma's ancestors, they came to the New World in 1578 with a man by the name of Luis de las Cuevas. He was a Sephardic Jew. He brought a bunch of people from, actually, my grandpa, his ancestors were from Portugal. That's where they picked us up, the family, and came to Ciudad Tampico. That's where they landed. And from then on, it spread. So here we are, 500 years later. Yeah, we got the same genes todavía. They don't change. Anybody else anything to say, Adan?
I don't know if I can get through it,
It's okay.
but all I can say, what an incredible woman she was. I mean, I never knew her to say no to anybody. I remember growing up, hobos used to get off the train, and they'd come to our house. I mean, there was other houses, but they'd come to our house. And I remember Mom preparing them this plate that we didn't even eat. I mean, everything on the plate. And it seems like they always came there. And after I grew up, I began to read scripture, and it says, you might be entertaining angels unaware. You know?
Oh yeah, that's
I always
true.
thought about that.
That's true.
I mean, I've never known anybody else yet that could stretch $1 like that.
And she did.
I
Let
mean,
me tell
for the
you.
money that she was making, working every day, she supported all of us.
Amen.
But I'll never forget the time that she would have to go to work in the wintertime when that little calentador was
Oh
working.
yeah, remember?
And she had a string there, and she'd hang some sweetbread for us for when we woke up.
That's
The pancakes and the iron skillet.
That was Alana and I.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
what a privilege to be her son.
Yeah.
I miss her every day.
Yolanda?
My memories as a child are different than anybody else's because I really didn't have mom as a child because she worked.
Yeah.
And she worked and she worked. And so she worked and we ate, or she didn't work and we would all have starved or something. And so my memories of her as a child are not like yours, but I do know that what you said is what is important in my life, is that I saw this woman feed the hobos. I saw our little house on the prairie full of people when Hurricane
yeah.
Carla
Oh yeah.
was coming.
You can say that again. Yeah.
And I saw people take advantage of Mom, and she never complained. She never said anything. So character, she built in me integrity and honesty. And, you don't have anything good to say?
So take my hat to
Shut
Mom.
it. Shut it up.
Take it off.
And so, but then as an adult, and I went as a missionary to the mission field, of course, my parents didn't think I would last. They didn't have that much faith because I was too foofy. But after I'd been there a while, you guys maybe don't know about this, but she would send me $50 every month. And I knew that those $50 for her and Dad were a sacrifice. And the first $50 I got from Mom and Dad, I wanted to send them back. But I didn't. And every time I got, they were folded up in like aluminum foil. And every time I would get them, I would pray for Mom and Dad too, but mostly Mom, because that's who I knew. And she just kept instilling these values. And from Mom Adan, I learned that in Mexico as a missionary, I can stretch $1 from here to forever. And with her, I learned that I can save 50 cents here, and then 50 cents here, and maybe $1, and before you know it, you have this wad of cash. And so my life lessons from her as a child, it was like, yeah, I saw this beautiful woman that had to work and work and work. And I didn't have her, but then as a grown-up, my fondest memories of Mom, and I'm going to include Dad in here, was the very first time I went after they got married again, and I thought, I'm going to go make sure he's treating my mom right. And I got into it with his kids over there, and I said, my mom didn't come to California to babysit for anybody. And so, but we made a trip to the mountains, to the hot springs, and I was there for about 3 weeks, I think, with Mom and Dad. And during those 3 weeks, God gave me my childhood back. And I remember that one trip going to the mountains, and Dad was driving, Mom was over here, and I was in the middle. Like,
Eat your heart out.
Mika, do you want some coffee? Do you want a taco? She had all this stuff in the car. And so I guess the memory's all different, but from what I hear from all of us, is a woman of integrity, a woman of honesty and humility, and that she didn't teach us by sitting us down and saying, blah, 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 blah. No, she taught it by who she was. And without, as I said, at her going home, without a microphone, she preached the loudest sermons I've ever heard. She was just a woman that preached with her life, so. Love you, Mommy.
To the best of people, I don't care who they are, when they die, people sacrifice. Selling tacos, selling tamales to cover the funeral cost. But this lady here, she didn't want to be a burden on nobody.
That's right.
Since I was born, I knew Mom. She didn't want to bother nobody, but she had enough money to do this stuff and more. Right, Marlene?
Yes.
And more.
My fondest memory of her as a child was, I don't know if you all remember this Christmas, and everybody would come from Houston, from Corpus to the house. And she made a point of buying a gift for everybody. You walked into the little living room that she had, and you could barely walk because there was gifts and she wrapped each one of those gifts with wrapping paper she got at the Winds or wherever, but whatever it was, she had a gift for everybody. And I remember it was just like to her, she was plena. She was happy because she was able to give everybody a gift. And and you guys know the life I had with Frank. I would live it again to get another 20 years. I spent the last 20 years of her life with her. And as I look back at the pictures of before I got there and after I got there, the before pictures, she's never smiling. She was just like, she was living this life that she was just living that life. She wasn't living it, she was just in that place. And after I came, not because it's me, but oh my gosh, we would go places, we would do things that she never even thought. When I would take her to the other side of town to go she would go tell Dad that we had been to San Francisco. I said, Mommy, we didn't go to San Francisco, we just went to River Park. But to her, it was this wonderful, wonderful event that we would do. And I just loved her so much.
I like that stone. I like that stone.
It's Jaime's turn.
Jaimito really had two mamas.
Yeah, he was blessed.